Welcome back to Living Life in Arizona. Today we're going to go over, is this the worst real estate market in the Phoenix metro area in the last 15 years? Well, that's what we're going to cover today and answer that hopefully for you. And we're going to go through some stats, some real-time info on what's happening in the market. And also stay tuned to the end because we're going to go over, are people still moving to Phoenix metro area? So let's see what we come up with. Let's start. But before we start, I'm Sean Janessian. Missing today is my wife, Betty Janessian, who is not in the video today, but she will be in the next few, so don't worry about it. We are a husband and wife team here in the Phoenix metro area. And if you guys are thinking of relocating, or if you live in Arizona and you're thinking of buying or selling, please reach out to us. All our information is below. We would love to help you guys out, make the transition to Arizona a smooth one, and your buy and sell a great experience. All right, so is this the worst real estate market in the last 15 years? So we're going to go through some numbers. I'm going to show you guys what's happening right now in the market, active listings, because that's a big indicator, listings under contract, that's a big indicator, the Cromford market index, which also kind of tells us if it's a buyer's or seller's market, a contract ratio by zip codes, and kind of where are people still moving to Phoenix metro area? So why the last 15 years? Because 2010 was kind of, I would say 2010, 2011 was kind of the turnaround back from the crash, maybe 2012. So, 12 to 15 years, is this been the worst market, right? For real estate in the Phoenix metro area? And we're going to answer that at the end. But let's go through some numbers first. So let me pull up the first thing that I want to go through with you guys is just kind of what's happening, the daily market snapshot. This is as of 3/18 right now. We are recording this on March 19th. The Fed just came out and said the rates are going to stay as is. Not sure how that's going to affect interest rates because the Fed rates and interest rates kind of work similar, but a little bit different. So that's not bad news, but that's also not good news. It's just kind of like, it's kind of staying where it is. So that kind of helps this video out when it does get released. Not much will have changed probably unless interest rates do drop. So let's start with, let me get my trusty pen out. Let's start with active listings. As of right now, we are at 28,304 active listings. And if we go back 2 years ago this time, we were at 17,000. A little like 17,000, almost 18,000. So that's a 10K increase. Now, we should be around this number, right? With the population, with the amount of people that are moving here. This is the number that we should be at, but it matters if there's listings or selling. So we'll get to that too in a little bit. So let's look at pending listings. Oops. Let's go back. Draw. Okay. Pending listings. 5,200. So back 2 years ago, we were at 5,800, but with less listings. So that's not a good sign. Not a good sign yet, right? Let's keep going. Listings under contract 8,980 compared to 9,000. So not too bad there. Sales per year. Let's see. Okay, let's look at days on market actives, right? 85 compared to 91. So similar. Things are taking some time to sell. It's not the COVID market where I think we dropped down to I want to say it was less than 30 days, which is pretty crazy if you average it out to homes that do sit on the market. Supply, so months of supply. We're at 3.9 months of supply. What that means is if no more homes get listed on the market, the supply of homes will run out in 3.9 months, which is pretty good. That's a healthy number. 2 years ago, it was 2.2. So we didn't have a lot of listings and home sales would run out pretty quickly. Let's see, what else should we look at? Average sale price to list, percentage to list. So if that means if a house is listed at 100,000, what sale price percentage is it selling at? That would be 97,650, right? Compared to 2 years ago, pretty similar, right? Not too bad. But success rate, Cromford Market Index, CMI. So this is a big indicator. This I believe in the 90-ish range is where it's a balanced market. So buyers don't have an advantage, sellers don't have an advantage. If it's higher, if it's in the 100 plus, it's a full-blown seller's market. So as you could see, 2 years ago, it was 133, seller's market, 114, 87, 85. Now it's 81. So it is a buyer's market right now. So good news for buyers. If you're thinking of relocating here, this is a great sign. Okay. Now, do I think this will continue to go down? I don't know. It's too early to tell. It is March 19th, 2025. I think it's still too early to tell what's going to happen with the economy, whatever you lean politically. I think we could all hope for a great economy. So I guess that's going to be dependent on interest rates and a lot of other factors, confidence in the market, stuff like that. But the good thing about Arizona is people are still moving here, and we'll get to that in a little bit. So I would love if you guys have any questions about any of this stuff. Let's see, that's quick. Yeah, throw it in the comments. What questions do you have about this particular chart? Because this kind of gives us a daily snapshot. This is as of March 18th, 2025, what's happening. Guys, if you guys have any kind of data points you're trying to see in a specific, I can get down to the zip code. I can get down to very specific of what you're looking for. If you need any kind of data, or if you're like, hey, Sean, we're thinking of moving here. Hey, we have a house in this area. Because this is great as an overall, but it is very dependent per zip code, neighborhood, because there's still markets in our sub-markets that are going really fast. And we're going to talk about that market in a little bit. But so if you want to know a little bit about what's happening in your market, or if you're thinking of moving to a certain market in the Phoenix Metro or all of Arizona, to be frank, reach out to us. We'd love to get that info to you guys. All our information is below. Leave a comment, email us, text us, call us. So many guys have already been emailing us. We love that. So please feel free to do that. Okay. Now let's talk a little bit about active listings. So I'm going to take this off 1 second. Let's not pull it up yet. I want it to be a surprise for everybody. Okay. Let me get my trusty pen out, and then we could share the screen back to you guys. So this one is active listings, current active listings as of March 15th. Actually, my birthday, March 15th, excluding under contract, and just basically homes that are excluding under contract homes. Okay. So active listings right now, we are at 20, like we saw here, 28,000. This one is at, so we've gone up a little bit. So let's say 24,000, 25, 26, 27, whatever we want to be at. It's around that high 20s. Okay. Now let's look at what 2024 was. Pretty low, right? You can see how active listings do shoot up. Typically beginning of the month, beginning of the year, it does start low, and then it does creep up. Let's look at 2023. Very low inventory. That's when the interest rates really, like end of 2022, I believe, started really going up, and people just did not list, and it was kind of a weird time. Now, let's take these out. I'm not going to do the COVID markets. Well, I'll show you guys, but that's not really a comparable, in my opinion. It was like we had nothing, and then it shot up at the end of 2022 when the rates started to go up. Look at 2021. We had things were selling like hotcakes, and now it's happening everywhere. 2020, same. So let's get rid of those. So let's go to 2019, which was kind of a normal market, but it started to really creep down at the end of the year. 2018, pretty balanced throughout. 2017, again, pretty balanced. 2016, so let's get rid of these. 2016, kind of a weird year. 2016 is when I got in real estate, actually. That's interesting. So it went up to 23,128 listings and went all the way down to the lowest was 19,000. So, I mean, they hovered around the 20,000, 2016. 2015 is this blue line. We creeped up to 24,000, got all the way down to 19. Let's go to 2010. 2010, 34,000 listings and got all the way up to 39. It's almost 40,000 listings. Wow. And if we look at 2008, 2007, 2006 was good. We are in the 50, almost 60,000 listings. So what does this mean? Let's go back to 2022, 2023, 2024. If a regular market, I would say 2016, 2017, 2018, we're not too far off. We're kind of shooting up right now. This is 2025. We're shooting up to the 24,000, 25,000 mark. The next slide is going to kind of tell us another story, but this is what this is telling me is this could get scary. If the active listings without listings under contracts creep up, that's where things could get really, really scary for sellers, right? For buyers, you're going to get some good deals, right? So if you're a seller, strategically knowing the area you're in, this is going to be very, very helpful if you're listing your house. But if you're buying a house right now, you're gonna get a good deal in certain markets. And what I'll tell you is, I know everyone's waiting for the bubble to burst, right? If there is a bubble to burst, it's just, if I could be, and yes, I know I'm in real estate, so I am obviously real estate's my business. I love it. It's everything I do. When I got into real estate 2016, I remember every year talking to people, clients, all that. The bubble's going to burst. The bubble's going to burst. Just wait. Bubble's going to burst. And prices have just been going up. And even to this day, actually, hang on. Let me pull something else up while I find it. So stay with me, not the screen. Says the U.S. housing market is likely to remain largely frozen through 2025. Some growth is still expected, but at a very subdued pace of 3% or less. I believe last year we were right around 2.9, 2.8% of price. Let's see what 2024 was. Okay, so last year it grew 3.7%. So again, 3.7%. This year they're saying it's going to be right around 3 or a little bit under 3%. But that means prices are still going up. But overall, some areas are coming down. Major areas are going up. So overall, you're going to see either flat market, some areas come down in price, which means you could pick up good deals and you could negotiate and have a great leg to stand on when it comes to negotiating. But the bubble bursting is going to be kind of tough. And I'll show you why at the end, why I don't see the bubble bursting, but this is a great time to pick up some sweet deals. Now, let's keep going. Listings under contract. Let me pull this up. So right now, listings under contract, 8850. Last year, it looked pretty much the same. So now the purple, and as you can see, guys, like, look at the trend. It goes up, shoots up in January, May, June, boom, starts to come down towards the end of the year. Listings going under contract. Same in 2023, came up. 2023 was a rough one. 2022 will be a big, sharp decline. But let's take these out and let's look at 2018. Again, 2018 shot up to all the way to 12,700, came back down to 6,000. Listings under contract, same. Wow, look at this chart. We see the most listings under contract March, April, May, June, and then it just shoots back down. 2016, same thing. 2015, look at that. Guys, it's identical. So we see this going up a little bit. It'll probably go up to 9,500 and then probably start coming back down, I will say in 2025. Now let's look at 2010, 2009. Interesting. So let me know what your thoughts are on this, seeing this trend. Do you think it's better to buy when more listings are going under contract? Or do you think it's better to buy when you see the slowdown in September, October, November, but remember there's less listings on the market too. So less listings, less pendings, and more listings, more pendings. Pick your battle. Okay, let's keep going. Cromford Market Index. So basically, let me get my pen here. Remember, this is anything over a 90 to 100 is a balanced market. Below is a buyer's market. And anything above 100 is a seller's market. So technically, we are still a seller's market up here. Balanced market in Peoria. And then buyer's market in Goodyear, Queen Creek, Surprise, Buckeye, Maricopa. And you can see a lot of red. The change, it's going down, right? You see big numbers going down. So you got 9% Tempe, 10% Avondale, 10% Queen Creek. Let me get rid of this real quick. So yeah, a lot more red on the screen. But look at Chandler, guys. Look at Chandler. 141, Scottsdale, Paradise Valley, Gilbert, right? Chandler is still hot. Chandler's a great market right now. If for some reason a lot of homes are selling there, things are going fast. We had one of our listings sell within 3 days there. So it's a great market still right now. But again, even in the cities, sub-markets, you will still find areas that have, if it's a nice house priced right, nice neighborhood, it's still going to sell pretty fast. It's just the type of marketing you do now. The agent has to work harder and understand how to sell a listing, because back then, just put it on the market, it would sell. So a lot of agents right now, real estate agents who got in 2020, 2021, who experienced fast sales, listings going fast, they have an experience, like when I started in 2016 till 2020, listings, it took time to sell, 60, 50, 70 days, and you had to kind of work towards finding the buyer. So hiring the right person is super important, and having that experience of a previous market is very, very, very important in today's real estate market. So if you guys are looking to sell, have questions, reach out to me. I'll definitely get you any info that you're looking for. We would definitely love to help you guys out. So let's keep going. Okay, contract ratio map by zip code. This is a cool one. Okay, it's loading up again. 1 second. So cold is blue, green is warm, kind of like a balanced, right? Hot is this a yellowish, hotter red. That's like a kind of orange. Frenzy. Then insanity is dark blue. Let's see. Yeah, this one there's nothing out there. So let's look at pretty interesting. Let's look at a hot market right now. So this one, this is a good one. 85224, our listing that sold. So why is it hot? There's 45 active listings, 31 under contract. So that's a good mark. Like that, there's a lot of action going on there. Look at this one, 23 active listings, 15 under contract. This one, 85254, the magic zip code in Scottsdale. This is a Scottsdale zip. These two are Chandler. Sorry, I should have mentioned that. This one, 172 active listings, 107 under contract. So it's a hot market, right? So the number between 60 and 80 is hot. Now let's see this red one, 85082. That's that Central Phoenix, 30 active listings, 36 under contract. So that's a hot market. This one, 85003, I'm guessing that's like historic district, 9 active listings, 11 under contract. And then you see a lot of green, right? A lot of balanced market. Active listings, 54, 22 under contract. And again, this is going to be even neighborhood dependent as you go into the zip codes. This is a really cool tool, guys. If you guys send me your zip code, throw it in the comments, and I'll tell you where if you're in the Phoenix metro area, throw in the comments what your zip code is, and let's see how your zip code is doing. But as you can see, the map, it's a lot of green, a lot of green, which is that warm, balanced market, which is good. Myself as an agent, I did not like that COVID market where it was just a frenzy, where the insanity, where everything would just go under contract, 40 offers on a listing. That just wasn't good for buyers. It was great for sellers, but buyers had to give up so much. It just was not good for anybody. So what does this tell me overall? This tells me if you're a seller in the Phoenix metro area, your listing will sell, but you're going to have to be creative on how you sell the listing. If you're a buyer, there's a good chance you're going to get the house you want at the terms you want it, right? Within reason, right? Within reason. So, if a house is listed at 500,000, you're not going to get it for 375, 400. But if it's listed at 500, you may get it at the high fours with closing costs covered by the seller, maybe reduced interest rate. There's some stuff, and the beauty is you're going to have your options, and you're going to be able to pick the house you actually want. So this is actually a decent market. I'd like to see it a little bit more active with more buyers, but again, the rates are a little bit high, so the confidence of buyers in the market, it's a little bit low. But the buyers who are in the market, they're getting the house they want. So that's a great thing. Now, I said we're going to talk about why I don't think the bubble will burst here in Phoenix Metro. And again, you could clip this. Maybe in the future I could be wrong. I'm not 100% on a lot of things. I'm pretty much, I don't think anyone's 100% on anything. So, but my honest opinion is this stat right here gives me confidence in the Phoenix Metro because people want to be here, right? It's March 19th and it is beautiful out. People are at the spring training right now, at the game and a t-shirt, enjoying the weather and the sun. I know on the East Coast, there's some cold weather going on. So people want to be here right now. So let's look at this migration trends. Where are people moving to and from? So if we look here, top 10 areas people are moving to. Number 2, Phoenix, Arizona. And what I also like to look at, where are people moving from? So California, if it's California, they're going to probably move to Phoenix, Vegas. So we're in the mix. San Francisco, same. We're going to get people to move because it's proximate. New York, we get people from New York, but they're going to move more to Florida, right? Seattle, Washington, we have a lot of Seattle people. They're going to move to Arizona. Chicago, get a lot of people from Chicago here. I love people from Chicago. Boom, they're going to come to Arizona. Colorado, they're going to come. So like the Bostons, the Phillies, the Connecticut's, the DCs, they're going to go to the other states like Tennessee, Florida. Like obviously people from the West Coast are going to go to also Nevada, Texas, and all that fun stuff. But this kind of gives us the confidence that people still want to move to Arizona. We're still a highly, highly, highly desirable place to live. So when we have the confidence of the people wanting to be there, a bubble is pretty tough, unless obviously a black swan event, something crazy happens. That's obviously for sure a possibility. So I would like to know, where do you live? Where in the country do you live right now? And if you were to move anywhere, right, even if you're watching this, you're like, I don't want to come to Phoenix, where would you want to move to? I'd love to see where you guys would love to move to from wherever you are. Kind of gives me some things. Maybe you're in Idaho and you're like, I want to move to Seattle, or I want to move to Colorado. Throw it in the comments, guys. Would love to hear it. So this is a pretty, I would say, is this the worst market? It's yes and no, because prices are not going down. It's weird. I mean, some areas you see a lot of price drops and things selling for what they were. So yes, but overall in the Phoenix Metro, growth is still happening, slow, right? Slow growth, but it's still a little bit of growth, which is good. So if you have a house, your equity's still going, right? Which is great. So yeah, this tells me it's kind of, we just got to hold the fort a little bit. And then I think it's going to pick back up and be a great place, because Phoenix is a growth market. So I hope this video helped. I hope it answered some of your questions. If it did not, leave it in the comments. I'd love to help. And again, if you guys are relocating and wanting to buy or sell a house here in the Phoenix Metro, or if you do have a house here in the Phoenix Metro, or you're looking to buy or sell here, guys, reach out to us. We would love to help you guys out. That was it for today. See you guys on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.